Well, hello there, Chad.
Hi.
Welcome to the Candid Athletic Training Podcast. I'm Kevin. This is Chad.
Hello.
It's Wednesday. We're live. We got Nate already in the house.
Waiting on hundreds of more people.
Hundreds of more people.
We are bike.
We are what?
Bike.
Bike.
Back?
Back.
Bike?
We are...
B-Y-K-E. Bring
your
new year? Bringing in the new year. I don't know. Nisi, what does that mean? B-Y-K-E. Good for you. Whatever it means.
Bring your own...
She's happy. She's smiling. She's got emojis flying.
Bring your... I don't know.
Kinetic energy.
Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, you're listening to the Candid Athletic Training Podcast.
Episode number 247.
What? That's too many episodes.
We have episode 250 coming. That's literally
250
before the end of the month. We should do something big for 250.
250.
Like,
what do you think? It means we are back, just with a southern accent.
Bike.
Bike. Hey, we a bike. I like it. What should we do fun for 250? What does 250 remind you of? A quarter?
Hi, Hannah.
What's up, Hannah?
We're back. I mean, the only thing I could think of is we should give away $250. I don't know. I don't want to say that's what we're doing, but
well, if you'd like access to Chad's personal bank account,
we should do something nice. I don't know. Maybe we give away
250.
I don't know. We'll talk about it after the show.
3 episodes of Candid Athletic Training.
Don't talk to.
Yeah, I wonder. You know what? You know what I've never done.
Yeah, what have you never done? Let me guess. You have never gone skinny dipping in Israel.
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't. I was almost couldn't agree to or say that I haven't done that, but
never have I ever.
Thank goodness you said Israel. No, I was gonna say. So there's a couple of podcasts I listen to that are AT squirters.
That's you put it up.
Yes, I did. See, on Spotify. Spotify only goes back so far,
like 200 episodes,
and so
I think
54 is the first one you can listen to on Spotify. What about I don't have Apple? Does Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, I think it's the
same.
I think it is the same.
So the only way you're telling me that people, well, they're all on our website, right?
Yeah, well, those are links.
Look. This is interesting.
Oh, see all. It says see all, and it said 199.
199. So that would be around the same.
So we might need to repost. I'm scrolling. 2620. That's what she said. What episode number is that? 21620.
That's what she said. Number 54. So it's the same.
Okay, yeah, it's the same. That's what she said. Episode 54. It's got to be a good one.
I'm very curious because how is somebody supposed to go back to
episode 1
if
we can't get? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's
gonna take forever.
You gotta load more, loading.
You gotta load more. How many times have you heard that?
Look at all those thumbs. Look at all the thumbs.
Maybe we need a new way of doing that.
Yeah, I wonder if we can reorganize this.
We're gonna have to take a business day.
We will.
I got tons.
Search podcast. What was our first podcast called? Do you remember? What was the first episode? What if I just put in 1?
Episode 1.
What if I put in number 1?
I know what number 4 was called.
What was number 4 called?
Ice and why you hate your athletes.
Ice baby. Ice. Let's see if it just pops up. Oh my goodness. How many times did we put ice in there? Ice number 4. So you can.
If you know the tags.
If you know, yeah. What the heck was our first podcast called?
I've got the wrong notebook.
I don't know. I wonder if anybody. I don't know.
We'll get there.
Either way.
I got it in a different notebook. Yes.
Well.
Fun show. I think it's a really action. We got the return of one of my favorite segments.
Oh.
We have a really fun, well planned out feature topic.
Okay. Yep.
And by really fun, well planned out, it literally we came up with it 75 seconds before the show started.
Don't tell people our
I
secrets,
still think
Chad.
it's going to be great. We're going to do a taste test on the show.
Mm-hmm.
We have plenty of food in tonight's episode.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do we're going to FMK some injuries that might happen to you as an athletic trainer.
Yep.
And we have a new sponsor that we're going to.
Huh?
I don't have the graphic, but
What?
I do have the details, and I have confirmed.
You're kidding me.
So we will talk about a new sponsor.
Okay.
I also have this list, Kevin.
What the hell is that list?
This is the list of.
Is that a pros and cons list?
It looks like it. On this side over here was when at the beginning of 2023.
Yep.
The goals for all the TV shows and movies I wanted to watch in the year. And then on this side is all the things I did watch.
Oh, my goodness.
And some of the things on here weren't on this list.
Okay.
And then I dotted all the ones that I got to that made it off the list so I can start over.
Okay. You're so into lists.
I love it.
You
I was
love
at
your
work
list.
and I was like, I just want to track this because I think at the end of the year, you kind of want to look back.
This just in, Freighter. You're paying Chad too much.
Wait, you don't even understand how much you're paying. How much too much you're paying me? It's incredible.
Or pay him the same amount because he can get that much done in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
But let him go home early. How about that?
Man, there's some good stuff. I'm gonna just run through this really quick. Tell me if you've seen it or not.
Yep.
Rings of Power.
Nope.
The Last of Us.
Nope.
Tales of the Jedi.
Nope.
White Lotus.
Nope.
Ant-Man.
Nope.
The Wire, seasons 1 through
Nope.
5. Succession, seasons 1 through
Nope.
4. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yes.
There's one. Parent Test.
No.
That was like a reality show.
Mm.
Ted Lasso.
Yes.
I watched just season 3 because I had seen the other ones. Top Gun Maverick.
No.
Oh, you didn't see the new Top Gun.
I'm waiting.
All right. How about the Flash movie?
Nope.
Secret Invasion.
Nope.
Jack Ryan, seasons 1 through 4.
I've seen one.
You saw Jack Ryan season 1?
A long time ago. Yep.
Okay. Did you like it?
Loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was a good show.
Great show.
The ending, the last, because it's done now.
Oh, good.
How they wrapped
I like
it up,
that then.
season 4.
Well, then I'm going to
I
start
thought it was
watching
one of the best TV endings I've ever seen.
Well, great.
And
Now I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just going to say. Most TV endings are really disappointing, but the way they wrapped up the final episode, I was like, huh, that's awesome. It came out of nowhere, and it made so much sense. Okay, Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3.
Well, yeah.
The Bear seasons 1 and 2.
No.
I'm actually rewatching it right now with
my
Julie
goodness.
because she hadn't seen it. The Barbie movie,
Okay.
Super Mario
No.
Brothers movie,
No.
Jurassic World,
Yes.
Winning Time,
No.
the Air Jordan movie,
No.
Oppenheimer,
Oppenheimer? No.
Creed 3,
No.
Ahsoka,
No.
Dune,
No.
Loki season 2.
No, Dune I've seen.
You have seen Dune?
yeah.
I think the second one comes out soon.
I saw Dune, but it wasn't last year. It was earlier.
Dune? Oh, yeah, duh.
Oh.
You said Dune.
For sure.
I got distracted by Hannah.
Hannah, we're going to get real creamy in this place.
Loki season 2? No, you hadn't even.
No.
You barely saw Loki season 1.
I saw
And
all
then,
of the first season.
Pennyworth, I've seen seasons 1 and 2. I started season 3 and I stopped.
Is there a reason?
Yeah, it got really bad.
Oh.
The show got pretty bad. Like season 1 I really liked, and then season 2 I was like, okay, it's okay. And then I got halfway through the first episode of season 3, I was like, this is the direction. It was kind of like Gotham, where it just got so over the top. You're like, it's probably my biggest pet peeve with TV shows is they
Same
feel like they
directors
have
and
to
stuff?
go. I think so.
Mm.
Like keep it like I like it when it's simple and easy to follow. Don't have to try and confuse me and make just.
Chad's not smart, everybody.
I'm not a smart person.
He's hard.
So.
He can't take it.
So I think we had four things that
Maybe. Can you tell I've been busy?
you've had multiple kids.
You know what the biggest reason is? And this is not, you don't have this either anymore, but you guys have figured out how to have a little bit better work-life balance, and kid life balance.
It's a surprise, people.
I don't travel.
I know, it's always on the road. That's the biggest thing I miss about traveling is being able to watch shit.
I used to binge some shit on the traveling. Even when I would not necessarily traveling with the team, but when I would travel in the most recent years, I just had time. Time to watch stuff.
Is that the most underrated part of being an athletic trainer?
Travel time? Like the freedom that you get on the road?
Kevin, I think she meant to ask you.
How's the baby, Chad?
I don't have,
How is your baby?
I don't have a baby. I got a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
You, Kevin.
He's not quite a baby anymore.
Kevin, how is your baby?
My baby's great. I love my babies. Abraham's a 1.5 years, and he is like, every single day is like, when the hell did you learn how to say that? Holy crap, how'd you figure that out? We are in the throes of, wow, you are like learning things.
It's cool, right?
He's hilarious all the time. Every once in a while, he's, you want to pull your hair out, but that's just because little kids be little kids. My baby is 3 months old now. He is
3 months.
He's just a little. He's getting huge. He's starting to like laugh. He's starting to like have expression too. Like he smiles. He's cool. He's a cool little kid. I love him.
They're really asking about the Reese's here. Yeah, Reese's not a sponsor yet. Okay, so we did that. Do you want to do the taste test during the intro, or do you want to save it for later?
We'll save it.
Okay.
Let's get on to thanking some people.
Let's thank some people here. Obviously, the official sponsor of Candid Athletic Training. Although we haven't officially, they said they were going to renew, but they're in. HealthyRoster.com. I have to just remind me after the show, I have to send them the contract for the year. They'll send us the money. But they are the official sponsor of Candid Athletic Training. They are super excited to be back with us. They are working on some really big things, and it's always just a pleasure. They are the ones that have been with us since the beginning. So if you can, or if you're looking for a new EMR and you don't know what to do, make sure to go to healthyroster.com and check them out because they are
we
the
know
best.
what to do.
Smart Tools, 10% off using the code CANDID10, smarttoolsplus.com. Also, Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus will give you the lowest discounted price on professional and personal liability if you are a member of the Candid Athletic Training podcast. And you should do that because you want to spend less money on liability insurance. You wouldn't want to spend more. Now, I'm super excited to announce that we have a new partnership with a friend of ours. His name is Scott Dixon. He was with Master Dry Needling, who we used to partner with, but he started his own thing and he asked us to work with him. And what he's got going on is pretty cool. It's called Athletic Dry Needling. So if you want to look them up, go to the website. It's athleticdryneedling.com.
Check it out.
So you're going to get basically the same. It's a dry needling certification. It's 25 CEUs. I know right now CEUs is like a dirty word because you just crammed them all in the last month. You don't want to think about a CEU, but you do want to think about how to better yourself as a clinician. And Kevin and I would both say needling is a tool in your toolbox that if you're allowed to do it, if you're at a setting that allows you to do it, if you're in a state that allows you to do it, it might be bang for your buck. It might be worthwhile. He said he shortened the course just a little. It's still worth 25 CEUs, but he said he made it a little bit shorter. It's a little bit cheaper than Master Dry Needling. he's going to basically do one course a month around the country. So if you go to their website, it looks like they've got the first 4 or 5 months listed. I think the first one is in Montana in January. Right? Do you have that?
Looking.
The schedule. Just click on level 1.
Yeah.
And so he's doing one course a month. I think he's got all 12.
Billings, Montana.
What's February? Is that Chicago?
February is Orlando.
Let's just announce it. So if you're in the country and maybe you just happen to work out.
March is Chicago. We got coming soon.
March is Chicago. Okay.
The 4th one is coming soon.
Okay. So here's what he's going to do. So the course is 25 CEUs. If you are a member of Candid Athletic Training, so this is an exclusive deal. If you become a member of our show for $25, he is going to give you $100 off.
Boom.
His course.
Hey-o.
And his course is $100 cheaper than the Master Dry Needling. So you're basically getting $200 off of what you used to pay with that other company.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you are a member of Candid Athletic Training, he said he is going to put together a 1-hour, 1 CEU video course for us that we can send to you, and then you can watch it and get a continuing education, because he has just got BOC certified last week.
What?
He said it was so hard. He's like, being able to do CEUs for physical therapy and other professions. He's like, Chad, it was so easy. The BOC makes it apparently super hard. It's like jumping through hoops to be able to get.
Imagine that.
So, if you become a member of our show, let's just talk reasonably here. We continue. I know Kevin and I have been doing this for 4 years. We talk into a microphone. We tell dick jokes and fun jokes, and we talk about food and all sorts of stuff. And maybe you think our athletic training talk is good. Maybe you don't. Maybe you listen to other athletic training podcasts and you wish we were more like that. But here's the truth: is we continue to work at trying to promote the profession and make your life as an athletic trainer a little bit better, a little bit easier. I send out a lot of emails and texts to companies trying to find companies that want to help athletic trainers. So we've got Smart Tools. I think we have to reach out to Ed and just make sure, but I'm almost like 100% sure Ed will do another course for us.
Yeah.
And now we have the dry needling course. I have another company that Kevin and I talked to at NATA last year.
That's why you go to NATA.
That is going to do a course for us, a 1 CEU course. Last I talked to them in November, they said they were on board. And then I have another company that's all they do is CEUs. She said that she would, I need to confirm this with her, give us a 1.5 CEU course for free for our members.
I can't make a half.
So that's a 4. Yeah, just leave your thumb, the nub.
I'm gonna go like this.
So
there you go.
Potentially
4.5.
Potentially, if the 2 companies that come through that said in the fall that they wanted to do something, and I just need to confirm with them, it just got lost in the holiday shuffle. But that would be 4.5 CEUs for $25 for becoming a member, plus your discount on professional liability insurance. And I continue to send out emails to other companies trying to get discounts and deals for our members. So I think
not to mention just the hilarity you get by listening to us.
Yeah. Well, you can do that for free, but just support us because we keep trying to make your life a little bit better. So yes, Nisi, yes, if you become a member, Scott, we will send the continuing education video on dry needling to everybody that's a member of our show.
Correct.
You can continue to listen to the show for free. But if you want the exclusive CEUs and some of the exclusive discounts, just become a member of our show. And as of right now, you can do that as low as $25.
Right. So a quick evolution of what me and Chad have tried to do with this podcast. Originally, it was we just want to have fun talking about athletic training. Then we quickly met a lot of people that enjoyed listening to us, and we said, well, how can we leverage this into promoting the profession? Not only that, but maybe make a couple bucks like doing this, right? And so we first thought, well, what if we get a bunch of sponsors for the show? Pretty soon we got a really good company, Healthy Roster, to be the official sponsor of the show, and that allowed us to say, hey, what could we do to enhance the experience for our listeners? The sponsorship basically allowed us to continue the podcast, but then we also could get all this fun equipment, download software to do it live. And we said, well, what if we created a membership for our live listeners? And then we pivoted a little bit and said, it'd be really, really, really cool. Instead of people really giving us money in order to just listen to us live, we made the incentive to be a member of the show to get more benefit as an athletic trainer, not necessarily just laugh while you're driving your car or listen to us while you're cleaning your house on a Wednesday evening. So our first thought was discounts on certain things, services or whatever, but also CEUs, because we all need CEUs. So what and
we put a survey out, and that's what everybody said they wanted.
And what we really, and when I say we, I really mean Chad is working really hard at, is we want to be one of your go-to sources for access to CEUs, because in reality, there are other platforms and membership places that you can get access to CEUs. We want to make it more affordable, and we want to offer more CEUs for things that maybe you want to actually talk about. And then we can join in with you on, like when we had the BFR talk with Ed, we basically brought him on and said, all right, let's talk BFR and get a CEU out of it. You're consuming the content of the podcast at this point. Might as well benefit from things that we all have to do, and that is get CEUs. And so we again, but really Chad has been working really hard at just really trying to make other athletic trainers' lives maybe a little easier, right?
Yeah.
And CEUs are something that we all need. We all just went through the process of putting them all in and all the above.
You got there.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
Definitely. And it's one of the things that I think if we can make that a little easier, take a little bit off your plate, but also enjoy what we're doing and laugh about dick jokes and athletic training, and
talk about what it's like.
That's a freaking best world scenario.
Well, let's just I'm going to say something that's probably going to be really controversial.
Okay, do it.
I think a lot of people are frustrated with the NATA.
Oh, what?
I think a lot of people are frustrated with the organization.
I just love the NATA.
They give 10 CEUs for $200 some.
Yeah. And I did
I just did the math in my head. I think 4.5 CEUs for potentially $25. I'll just say potentially 4.5 CEUs for $25 is a little bit more value. But we also have an insurance. We have an insurance company that has given us a discount that's better than the one you can get through the national organization.
Insurance? Who needs insurance?
And I'm continuing to get other things. I'm going to try. I actually have a sunflower seed company, I think, that committed to it. I just need to tie up the loose ends. Long story short, we're going to push hard, and then hopefully the NATA notices what we're doing and they can improve what they're offering as well. So I don't know. We just care. We just want to make it better.
Here's a shameless plug. Anybody listening, if you have contact to a CEU provider and you think they should hook up with us so that maybe they can offer a 1 credit, 2 credit course, let them know.
Yeah.
Right? Let them know.
Okay, we rambled for almost a half an hour.
No way. We don't.
I think it's good. I just think it's good to know, and tell your friends, tell other people. If you want us to continue to do this, because it gets harder for us because we both have families, have your friends become members.
Yeah.
Or have them buy you memberships or
Sure.
whatever. Because the longer we can, the more members we have, the longer we can continue to do this.
See.
So, okay, let's get into some shenanigans. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
I know the NAT is going to come cracking down on my skull for saying that, but whatever.
They're going to be like,
do better.
We're going to look into this guy.
Yeah.
We're going to see if he's actually doing
I'm going to get
CEUs.
barred from NATA conventions because all I do is walk around and try and find vendors that want to actually meet more ATs.
Can you imagine next year go to NATA, or this year we go to NATA and it's like, sorry, sir, you're not allowed on these premises?
Would stand outside and do a live show. All right.
Oh my God.
Last week we had a fun fictional athletic trainer.
Mm-hmm.
We did Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
And somewhere along there, we started talking because one of the characters is the fictional daughter of the Pop-Tart founder.
Oh yeah.
So we started talking about Pop-Tarts and
freaking
toaster strudels. Oh, she's the toaster strudel.
Yes.
Daughter.
Toaster strudel.
And we never really just said, so we want to do it this week. Would a Pop-Tart or a toaster strudel make a better athletic trainer? It's super simple. We put it up on social media last week. So that's what I'm going to look for.
Okay.
Where is it? Which would make a better athletic trainer? It was 68-32.
Okay.
I'm not going to give away the answer yet. Let's talk about it.
Yep.
We had a couple comments too that we can get into.
All right.
So,
one of these you can eat cold.
That's the first. Was the second thing I thought of.
One of these.
So it's ready for all. It's ready for. It's actually ready quicker.
One of these
more versatile.
You have to add on the goodness, the icing. Where the other one, it's pre-applied.
Say that? Oh, the icing, yeah.
Do you get 2 toaster strudels in every pack, or is it just one?
I don't know. I haven't had a toaster strudel in years.
I gotta look that up.
I was having this talk with my coworker, and they said that they've got breakfast toaster strudels now with like
I did see that
egg, bacon, like fillings inside, like actual breakfast inside the strudel.
Yeah,
that was legit. Like I was like, oh wow. I said, you put the icing on it? Did you put the icing on the egg bacon strudel?
I think there's
it's like Canadian bacon bits or something in there, or what?
I saw them. Where? Well, there's a picture of one.
Breakfast strudels.
Breakfast strudels.
Okay, Hannah says Pop-Tarts are just dry and crusty.
Okay.
And I do hate that edge on it. Like the best part is, although sometimes a good athletic trainer, you got a little edginess to you.
Edge.
Need a little edge.
Sometimes you got to get through the edge to get to the good part.
Can you overcook a Pop-Tart or can you overcook a strudel?
100%.
You can. Both?
Yeah. Both.
Which one's more likely to get overcooked? Like which one's going to hold up to the elements?
I want to say the toaster strudel, when overcooked, burnt, is, I think, going to be more tasty.
Did you look up last week which one was older?
I think I did.
Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I'll figure it out.
Which one's wiser? I do think there's more variety in the Pop-Tart. There's more flavors.
Toaster strudels came out in 1985.
Oh my God, I would have thought it was the 50s. I guess
registered trademark in 1992.
80. You said 85.
1985. 38
well,
years
all right.
old.
When was the
Me and toaster strudels are the same.
When the same age? Who knew? When was the toaster oven? Like when was the toaster invented?
Was the toaster invented?
Like
toaster Pop-Tarts.
84.
Pop-Tarts 1964.
Okay, Pop-Tarts are older. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, toaster strudel. Okay, okay, that's what I was thinking. In my head when you said toaster strudel, I was thinking of the Pop-Tart. 64. So when was their toaster oven? I wasn't. I was half listening. You know me.
The toaster, the first standalone electric toaster.
Yes. What year?
Was made in 1893.
Holy shit. No way.
I guess so. I mean, there's another, maybe more.
Things you learn. 1893.
The automatic toaster, like that we kind of know today.
Yeah.
1919.
That's incredible.
They probably cost $100.
All right. The comments in the live stream here are pretty good.
Bring it.
Okay, let's just go. The fact that Kyle says the fact that they sell unfrosted Pop-Tarts is baffling to me. Like, who is actually buying those?
I agree.
Nisi says, my sister loves the plain Pop-Tarts. She doesn't like the artificial frosting.
What?
So she's on the other side of that. Kyle says, if you overheat a toaster strudel, the center is pretty much like molten lava.
Correct.
Hannah says an overcooked strudel is
better,
greater than an overcooked Pop-Tart.
That's what I'm thinking.
I smother my Pop-Tarts in butter.
You know what? That is,
And Kyle goes, if you're having a Pop-Tart, is the artificial frosting really what's going to put it over the...
It's true. I used to love putting butter on my Pop-Tart.
Okay, so a warm toaster strudel is greater than a warm Pop-Tart. Agree or disagree? Its peak. At its peak.
At its best cooked.
At its best. If you have the best, if you have the best Pop-Tart of your life, what are you giving it? A 4? A 5?
No, I'm
the best Pop-Tart of your life.
I'm going at least a 6.
On the scale of all the foods you've ever eaten. Okay.
On all things? No, then yeah, it's way down there. But like, that's gonna be hard.
Okay.
Satisfaction.
So then the best
really good
toaster strudel that you've ever had is higher than that or lower than that? I would rather have a good toaster strudel than I'd rather have a good Pop-Tart.
See, I think I want the Pop-Tart.
We are way far apart on this one.
Toaster strudel flavors. Toaster strudel flavors.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find them. What are all the flavors of toaster
Unranked?
strudel?
Okay. This podcast is going to be 3.5 hours
Cinnamon
long.
roll.
Pop-Tart?
No. Oh my God. I'm trying to remember. I remember having the apple ones a lot.
Yep.
I remember having the cinnamon roll. Cinnamon toast crunch toaster strudel. What? That was not around when I was a kid.
I could go down on some Fruity Pebble toaster strudel.
So right
or
now,
like a Pop-Tart, a Fruity Pebbles.
I'm seeing.
It's more fruit.
1, 2,
it's more
3,
fruit
4,
based.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flavors.
Okay.
9 flavors of toaster strudel. Now, Pop-Tart flavors. There is probably an
40
endless amounts of, like, so all the amount of flavors you can get from a goddamn Pop-Tart is crazy. And that's where the variety that can hit your goddamn mouth.
Ooh, strawberry strudels and brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts.
Well, see, brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts, I would rather have a brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart over any strudel. I think I probably ate a lot of strawberry strudels.
Okay, how about this?
Jesus, toaster strudels.
You have to work to be a good toaster strudel.
You do.
You gotta have the icing, the right strudel to icing ratio. You gotta be able to decorate. You gotta.
Jesus.
A Pop-Tart is just a quick. It's just a quick heat up and go. You don't even have to heat it up.
Yeah.
A toaster strudel you need.
There's prep.
To prepare. You have to prepare, but
there's some prep.
An athletic trainer, you need some polish, some grooming, and that is going to relate to our feature topic tonight.
You know what? I'd rather have a brown brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart, but I think it's the only flavor that I want.
Okay.
The strudels, I would take multiple flavors of the strudels.
Okay. All right. So consistency. What's more consistent?
Oh,
A
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart is. I'll give you that.
Every once in a while, you get one that's like, what the hell's with this frosting? It's not going far enough to the edge.
Most versatile is
Pop-Tart, more flavors.
all right. Versatility.
Can be on the go.
It's easy use.
Mm-hmm. Less prep time. I gotta go Pop-Tart.
Let's go read the. Oh shit! I lost it.
Uh-oh.
I gotta go back to the profile here. Scroll down. Let's see. Here was this. Pop-Tarts are more versatile. That was referee Vinny Lax.
Okay.
Josh Dawsey says, Pop-Tarts come in a variety of flavors and brands can be inconsistent, but toaster strudel, you know what you're getting and it's consistent.
Really?
Nate said ATs can't be flaky.
And
the vote,
the flake factor.
The voting was 68% in favor of the Pop-Tart.
The Pop-Tart.
I think Pop-Tarts are going to pull this one off.
Are going to win. So, I'm in for the Pop-Tart.
All right. We'll put that on there. Oh, the strudel now bringing out the breakfast egg and bacon. So Nate just jumped back on. But all right. All right. You know what we're going to do real quick?
I don't think I want that egg. Imagine.
Well, I can't.
What the hell is in that egg?
A strudel's not gluten-free, right? Toaster strudel?
No, it can't be.
It's not like a hash brown consistency?
No. It's not potatoes.
Too bad. All right.
Yep.
Let's do our FMK.
Please.
Because I just realized I have to do some counting over here. Kevin, why don't you give the FMK to the folks at home while I do this?
So things that you can hurt yourself at work. Or we'll take it one step further. Maybe endure a little pain in hopes that maybe you don't hurt yourself, but most likely you are going to hurt yourself. So we came up with the crappy little sharp plastic on the inside of the handle of a Gatorade cooler. The ever so hurtful edge of the cardboard circle of the tape roll. And then last but not least, sticking your fingers into a hydroculator to pull out that hot pack. Because we've all done it.
We've all done it.
And we've all said, it's not that hot. And I can do it. And then you go, shine son of a... And I left my fingers in there for 3 milliseconds too long. I am going to F with... I'm definitely going to F with the heat. Oh, hey, KJ. I'm going to F with the heat. I like the challenge that it presents of how much of this I can endure. And it's somewhat satisfying. Actually, it's very satisfying when you can endure that heat for just a little bit longer than you thought you could. And you might get to this point of excitement that you have to let go. And so
it's kind of like going. It's kind of like going over barefoot over coals kind of thing.
Sure. I'm gonna marry the tape roll because I think sometimes you have to endure a little bit of the pain because you have to apply some light pressure into that hole. But I know when I've gone a little too far and I can back off and maybe adjust and make some good... I'm so pulling shit out of my ass right now. I can adjust my pressure and maybe my angle in order to resolve some issues I'm having with my married tape roll. And I'm going to kill the goddamn sharp plastic edge on a cooler because it's always, you always realize it at the worst time. It's when you're
Oh, all caps. All caps. You're going to marry a cardboard paper cut? That's miserable. I kind of agree with her.
I'm not getting cut by it though. I'm gonna adjust right before I get cut.
Oh,
That goddamn sharp edge on the Gatorade cooler always occurs when you have to carry that cooler for longer than you thought you were going to. You can't drop it. Maybe you're holding it with somebody else. Your side's sharp, the other side's not. And I hate it so much. Yeah, I got to kill it.
I think I don't know what I'm going to say here, actually. I've been thinking about it while you've been talking, and I honestly cannot make up my mind.
I usually come up
I think you can plan. You can plan for the Hydrock, and you can plan for the cardboard roll. You know that that's going to hurt you. Yeah. I think the sneaky one is the Gatorade cooler, or like the cooler, like the little plastic, like wherever the seams came together.
You're going in and you're grabbing. And
yeah, you can't plan for it.
No.
It's not like when you're going up to a light switch and you know you're going to shock yourself. I mean, you're not, it's not in the back of your head. So the fact that you can't plan for it.
You are.
Do you ever plan for
marriage?
It just sneaks up on you. Do I have to F it? It just happens. It happens.
Sometimes the best F's unplanned.
The best.
Most of them, actually.
No, I don't know. I think I'm smarter. Okay, I'm just talking through this.
Okay.
The Hydrock. You're just trying to tough it out.
Yeah.
You don't have to. There's you can just use a different apparatus. Like it's 100% avoidable. It's the most avoidable one of these.
Correct.
So I think I have to
avoid
marry that. I have to marry.
Avoid getting married.
Avoid. Don't hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying.
Don't do as I do.
You can avoid the Hydrock burns. You can avoid the burns if you just do it correctly. Maybe I should F it.
You just need a long tong.
Longer tongs will get you. Never mind. I don't know. I will F.
What the hell came up to?
I'm gonna F the I'm gonna F the Gatorade cooler because when it's unplanned, it's really fine. It's good sometimes. And you're like, that hurt. And so I'm gonna kill. I hate, honestly. It's probably one of my pet peeves that I never really talk about. The cardboard paper cut.
You and your
on
dry
my finger,
hands.
my dry hands. This crack right here. It hasn't happened yet.
Still hasn't gone away after 15 years of being an athletic trainer.
It changes how you do one of your fundamental tasks of the job. So you have to get rid of it. You can carry a cooler differently. You can get the Hydrock into the pad or the towel or whatever. You can do those things differently. You can make adjustments. You cannot, having to adjust how you tape would suck. It would fundamentally change how you do your job, and I don't want to have to do that. So I will kill the tape roll. I will marry the hydroculator. I'll F with the plastic cut from a cooler.
Just love sharp stuff.
Yeah.
What are some of our current listeners? What are they saying?
Kyle just said he's effing with the Hydrock. Pretty fun every time I do it. Marry the tape roll won't happen often. Kill the cooler edge because that shit hurts. Hannah got sliced by a tape roll the other day, so maybe she's a little salty. Kevin Joy said, kill the cardboard. It's like the Chinese water torture. See, I agree. Marry the Gatorade. If you rub it long enough, it will go away. F the heat. Nothing wrong with a quick dip in the hot tub once in a while. Adjusting the angle always helps things be more comfortable. Nate said, kill the cooler, most frustrating cut to get. And he also said he's F in the Hydrock. Got to F that moist heat. Gingers are shown to be more resistant to heat. It's my mutant power.
There you go.
And he's marrying the tape cut, which is silly because it comes with some pain, but the more you do it, you build up the callus, which is kind of like being married. That is a valid point.
Oh.
Big hands, I know you're the one. So fun. We could probably put that up on, maybe I'll put it up on social media and see what people say just for fun. Okay. Let's do a top 5, or do you want to do this first?
Keep going.
All right, let's do a top 5. We haven't done one in a long time, and there's a reason for that. We sent out the survey several times, and nobody answered after a while. So we surveyed 50 athletic trainers, not 100. We surveyed 50, and we asked them, name a piece of equipment that's always broken.
Name a piece of equipment that's
always
broken.
And yeah, go ahead.
The first thing that comes to mind. Normally I write these down. This is the first time I'm hearing this question. The ice scoop, I feel like is...
Oh, the ice scoop. The plastic ice scoop is broken. That's a great answer. That is so good. That's such a good answer.
Always broken. You know what? I've had this rash of my hot packs.
The Hydrox.
Breaking.
The hot packs.
Like the actual pack itself exploding in my hydroculator.
Okay, that's 2.
Something that's always broken. What else is always broken? I'm going to go with... I don't know why. Like a tape cutter?
All right.
I feel like I'm real... Oh, my kit? Kit's always broken.
Your kit is always broken?
Kit's always broken.
Like one of the zippers?
Yeah, zippers.
Not if you use... not if you use
packs.
not if you use Pax Bags USA. That shit.
Yep. That shit ain't going to break.
Yeah.
Last but not least, always broken. Always broken. It's always broken. I'm gonna go with. We always had like a broken DMS, but I don't want to say that.
Why not? If it was broken, it was broken.
You know what? My last year in baseball, I found out that my game ready was broken at the end of the year because I never turned it on. And I had to like make an inventory of everything I had and just kind of like make sure that like things were fine. And I turned it on and it wouldn't work. And my boss got mad at me because he's like, well, this would have been really nice to handle earlier in the year. And I was like, sorry.
I never use it.
I never use it. And he was like,
how am I supposed to know if it's broken if I never use it?
He was kind of mad at me because like it was the end of the year. And I think he thought like, well, we could have handled this so you could have used it earlier. And I was like, I never ice anybody. So why would I like, but I'm just going to say all the time, my game ready was broken.
Yeah. Okay. So we had a huge tie at the bottom here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. I didn't include these answers, but I'm going to now because some of the live streamers have already said it.
Yeah.
We did have a bunch of people say the McDonald's ice cream machine. So they circumvented it. It was supposed to be athletic training related, but the question says name a piece of equipment that's always broken. And at least 4 people said the McDonald's ice cream machine. So that was in 3rd place.
All right. All right.
Tied for 4th place, though, with 3 answers apiece.
Yeah.
The water cow.
The water cow. Okay.
A stationary bike.
Okay.
The gator /golf cart.
Right.
And then the Hydrock. the actual Hydrock unit
Actual
itself.
Hydrock.
So that was 4th place of 4-way tie.
4-way tie.
Second place with 7 out of 50, which, if we were doing a full 100, we double it, it'd probably be like 14. Game readies.
Yeah.
Ours were always broken too. Like the little the plastic, what are they called? Washers that are in between.
Yeah.
The connectors were always dried out and broken.
Mine just wouldn't turn out. Like, it was like error.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Whoops.
And then in first place, with 11, ice machine. The ice machine's always broken. Nobody's getting ice these days. Yeah. Hannah just said in the live stream her ice machine was broken too. So, other answers that didn't crack the top 5: a combo unit, Gatorade coolers, water coolers. My Spirit is broken. Biodex. Man, imagine the amount of money on a Biodex and it's not broken.
Wow.
Or it's not working. Whirlpool pumps. The Gatorade stir stick.
Always broken.
Somebody said the doorstop. And then
how about the door lock?
Skin calipers.
Why does this door keep opening? Didn't I lock that already?
Yeah.
Skin calipers?
Yeah. So
I
fun.
Got a few of those.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I mean, I think the plastic ice scoop should have made the top 5. It didn't. Oof. Yeah. Maybe if 50 more people would have answered, that would have made the list. But I think that's a great answer. Right. I think that is our FMK, our top 5. So we can do our feature topic.
Bring it.
All right.
Well, our feature topic is brought to you by Reese's
not
Peanut
a
Butter
sponsor
Cups.
yet.
Listen, it's no secret on this podcast that I love me a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Yeah.
And I was at the grocery store the other day, and I saw creamy Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Sorry, I ripped it open. But creamy, okay?
Creamy.
And I thought, so when I'm at a grocery store, or I'm at a gas station, convenience store, stopping somewhere randomly on the road, quick trip, and I go, you know what I could go for is a little candy snack. I'm going to get me some Reese's.
100%.
And there are 15 different versions of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Nisi says that. She said, got to have the big cups, the regular size. Child's play.
Nisi?
Do you consider the regular Reese's?
You could not be more right.
So which one you just go down on?
This is regular.
Do you consider that chunky now? You haven't had the Reese's.
I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, it's pretty smooth.
I'm going to close. I want you to give me one. And I'm going to keep my eyes closed this entire time.
Do I got to feed it to you?
No, you can just hand it to me. You don't have to put it in my mouth, Kev. I want to know.
I'll squirt.
We talked about that last week. Episode 246 was squirters.
All right.
So Kevin's hand. Okay, so you had one. Do you want to just do the other one? Do you want to do the other one and tell me what you think of it?
No.
Okay, so you gave me. Is the paper backing on this? Okay, I don't want to go down on some paper.
I wouldn't allow you to get any unnecessary chocolate.
How many bites do you do on your?
Oh, I change it up every time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to put that one down. Okay. I'm going to just put it over here. All right. Should I cleanse my palate with some water?
I'm hoping it tastes the same.
This is the creamy one. The second one was the creamier of the two, I think.
Okay.
I hope I'm right. Let me try that again. Should I just? Oh yeah, for sure. That bite was mostly chocolate, so.
So you think the first one I gave you was what?
I think the first one you gave me. Let me just bite this whole one. I'll tell you in a second. I think the first one you gave me was the regular, and the second one you gave me was the creamier.
You, sir.
Hold on.
Okay.
I just want one last taste. Yes, for sure. 100%. This one was definitely denser. Peanut butter.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to open my eyes.
Yeah.
How did I do?
Awful.
Oh, I got it wrong. I got it backwards.
You got it completely wrong. You had a 50-50 shot and you had it backwards. This is what I'm going to tell you.
Because I have no sense of smell.
That has nothing to do with it. All right, Chad. Now I'm going to let you look at them. Look at the picture. This is the creamy one.
No chance. It looks like this one.
This is the regular one. Look at that.
They look the exact same.
They look the exact same. I am so freaking disappointed right now. I was hoping that I might have found a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup that could rival the traditional Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. This one.
What do you mean? What do you mean rival? Didn't you just? Isn't this the traditional one?
Mm-hmm. I agree with Nisi. The larger ones are better. A little more peanut butter is wonderful. What I don't like are the ones with Reese's Pieces in them. I don't like the ones that are they have added
potato chips
in them and the Reese's sticks are good, but they're not a peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
Right. When I walk into a place that I can buy Reese's peanut butter cups,
just give me the OG.
I just get the OG.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than the OG. When I saw this creamy one, and I'm telling you, if you can see this picture, that looks tasty. And I was like,
I guess they're not going to sponsor our show anytime soon.
What the hell, Reese's? Nothing about, and I wonder if I can, I don't think I can get a good.
Oh, Hannah says the Reese's trees are the best. I don't disagree with that.
Ooh, that's a good call. Look at this. That's supposed to be creamy.
Put it up to the, compare the other one. Do you have a regular? You got to go to our YouTube for this.
Yep. Creamy. Regular. Let's see if I can get. I mean, you can't. Come on. Nothing creamy about it.
Okay, well, I'm glad that I got it wrong, and you kind of are backing me on this.
There's no reason that you should have got that correct.
The pumpkins are better than the trees.
Oh, the trees are really good. See, what the trees are is a sneaky, giant Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Yeah. Those are really good. Not gonna lie, the creamy one tastes good.
Looks more dry than a woman in menopause. Hannah, you need to be on the show more often. God damn it. I love our live streamers.
Hannah just got yelled at. Moist. So, anyway. Topic of the week?
Yeah, let's do our topic of the week. And hopefully Reese's.
Or is that going to ruin your diet?
My diet's already ruined. So I'll do one more. Well, if you want to eat them, go ahead.
Creamy, regular.
Okay, so right before the show, like literally right before the show, I saw a tweet about athletic training education.
What? Who has to learn?
Yeah. And I was like, I think I might have misread the actual tweet. I thought it said, like, when did you start? Like, do you start in high school or whatever? I think they actually said where. So, but it still got me thinking, like,
wow.
How should we start in high school?
Mm.
How long does it take us to groom ourselves to be a professional athletic trainer? So basically begging the question, how many years of education do we need before we feel like we're ready to cover, people, cover sports
Yeah.
or in the traditional setting or whatever setting you're going to be in. How many years of experience do you need before you feel ready?
Right.
What's your answer? Or do you want me to read some of this?
How many years do what I need?
Or what? Yeah, I think
How many years do I think?
Yeah, how many years of school do you think you need before you're prepared to become an AT?
3.
Kevin says 3 years of school.
Mm-hmm. I think.
How many years did you go through?
I mean, our
You went through
program was
4.
3.5, 4 years. I mean, kind of depending on how you did your internship. But really 4. I did not do anything athletic training related my first year of college, and then I spent the next 4 years trying to get a degree in athletic training.
Kevin says he was thinking about this today. I got my first head AT job at 30. I was completely different then as I am now at 45.
Okay, so how many years do you think?
I think you can do the job in 4, but I think honestly 5 would have you more prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Do you think? Let's compare and contrast my answer to yours.
Yeah.
Do you think in the 2 years that you say to do more education, there are in education, not necessarily your internship, like sitting in a classroom, learning athletic training, are there ways that you can better prepare yourself in those 2 years to get into the field?
So
And just being
guess I should.
advocate right now.
Yeah, I think let me explain myself, and maybe I think we're more on the same page than you think.
Introduce myself.
Allow myself. I think the way we went through upper, general class, lower extremity, upper extremity, rehab, and admin, pharmacology, like your eval classes, and then all the other stuff. I don't necessarily think that set us up for. I think it provided you the base layer. I think what needs to happen in terms of education, I think there needs to be more experience, time, clinical time, and then you need to go back and review what happened and break down what did I do, what did I learn, and how can I do it better, and then try it one more time, and then you're ready on your own. So kind of like the Matrix. Remember, we had the Matrix and the proficiencies and stuff like that. Learn in the classroom, then apply it. Like 3 times wasn't necessarily enough to be proficient.
Sure.
And I firmly, I know what you're saying. 3 years, like 5 years in the classroom is 5 years in the classroom is too much. But 5 years of school, I think school, the way it's set up needs to change. Like through the classroom the classroom is hard to learn.
Yeah.
I also feel like there are athletic trainers that I don't know. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. I wish there was more clinical experiences and we slowed it down because we're just rushing people through. And educators want to get people through, and the BOC pass rate is like, look at our program, look at how great we are. We have X amount of students, people pass at X percentage, and we get shuffled through. I can tell you for a fact I should have failed one class in particular.
Oh.
And they just let me go through because I was just on track to finish.
Sure.
I should have failed. I didn't do well in the tests. I was so burned out because I was working full time. I was working full time at a restaurant. I was not studying. I should have failed. But they pushed me through because it just went through. Like they wanted me to just move through it.
Yeah.
And I think they needed me to do the internship because then they could keep that relationship alive. I don't know. So I think 5 years of learning is, or I'll say learning is the same as school. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in a classroom for more than 3 years is probably stupid.
Mm.
But do you understand where I'm coming from?
I do.
Like, I think I got done in 4 years, and I don't feel like my first year, I was learning my first year. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel in control until my second or third year as a certified. So
Right.
when I say how long until I'm just saying my first year, I was still in school. I was learning, but I was just learning with no teachers.
Sure.
So that's why I said 5.
And I think where I'm at 3 is
Hannah makes a good point.
probably a happy medium of I don't think you can.
Oh, that's really good too, Kevin.
I think the learning experience you had as a first year certified can't happen in school unless you are certified in school and they say you haven't graduated yet, but you're going to take care of this team and you have people back here that can help you, but it's on you right now. Right? An internship that like you have a little more free reign. But you can't do that because legality of that is pretty remarkable. Throw this scenario out to you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of somewhat of an origin of where this topic came from. Would you have taken a sports medicine, athletic training centered class in high school?
No.
What about let's say
let me back up.
If you
when I was in high school,
Mhm.
I thought, and I got my first
degree,
college degree was a business. I thought I was going to be in business and marketing and that. So in high school, I had no interest in the healthcare.
So let's say Chad.
How many people change their mind after they work? I mean, kids don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I 100%. I don't think anybody should. It's like, oh, you chose an athletic training class in high school, therefore you should go to college for athletic training. It'd be cool for more people to be exposed to athletic training in high school so that they know it is a career and maybe they find out if they like it before they start paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in
For
school.
sure.
But imagine your scenario of what you're saying, like 5 years. What if there was you got really exposed to athletic training in maybe your senior year of high school and you got to like really experience what it was like to even learn how to tape, learn how to stretch, learn how to, do manually resistance exercises, learn how to like feel what a joint should feel like and not feel like. And then you go to college and you sit in a classroom for like another year. And then you get to reapply it again. Hands-on. This is now the second time that you've like started to like really get your hands dirty with it. Could be a better solution than, hey, let's make everybody spend another $50,000 of school, like to get their master's degree, when maybe the education process doesn't have to keep going up, and maybe we need to start at a lower level so that we can still have athletic trainers graduating with a bachelor's, still ahead of the game, still a little bit more experienced, but they started when they were 17 instead of 18. Could be something that's cool.
AP Athletic Training.
AP Athletic Training.
High school
Taught
seniors.
to you by Kevin and Chad.
Candid Athletic Training. Here's what you're going to need to know.
Class number 1. That's what she said.
Episode number
Class
54.
Class number 2. Let me introduce you to Hannah Chun.
Here, let's go back. There was a couple comments here that I really, I don't have a ton more, but Kevin said a little bit ago. Oh, hold on.
Yo, I'm gonna scroll.
I heard today that the first half of our professional lives is building our containers. The second half is filling it with what makes you a true professional.
Yeah.
And then Hannah said,
What you can't do in school.
I think this is following up with my diatribe here. She said, it's hard too because you can't make injuries happen, so it's hard to see a lot of good stuff in a semester of clinical experience.
Right.
Kevin said, think about this, though. With all the new proficiencies that have been added since I was certified in 2000, I'm still learning how to be an AT.
Mm-hmm. I do think this profession is a never-ending learning profession.
Yes.
Right. And being the athletic trainer that you are now, you've been an athletic trainer for 16 something years?
Since 2007.
And I'm 14, 15 years. I am definitely a different athletic trainer than I was in 2011, 12, whatever. But to be that entry-level athletic trainer, I think the on the skills learning experience can't happen, that you need to get exposed. You need to go through the absolute
the terror
of being a first year certified, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I can't believe I'm in charge of this right now.
I will say this. When I was still in the traditional setting and I was a preceptor or clinical instructor, whatever they call it now, I felt like the kids that were coming through later, my last couple of years there,
mm-hmm.
the classroom stuff they're learning is way more advanced than the classroom stuff that we had learned.
Sure.
I was like, dang, you guys are learning some stuff here. And I think it was headed in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the kids still lacked clinical hands-on experience. They were much more book smart, and I think their hands-on skills probably weren't as good as maybe we had all wanted them to be.
Sure.
The other thing is, I was thinking back when we were in school, and talking about how we grow as a profession or professionals ourselves, how much we changed. Part of that's because when we came out, the profession was very treatment therapy, modality based. Thank you. Modality. It was so modality heavy in late 2000s and early 2010s. And now the pendulum has swung away from that, and I think it's great. So maybe the next batch, maybe we're just teaching the right things now, and maybe 3 years could be. It's a matter of getting hands-on experience. Maybe we can't put a number of years on how many times or how long it's going to take you to get 100 ACLs.
Yeah.
Or 100 Lockmans in. I always said this when I was teaching these kids, it's a numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it 100, the first 10 times you do it, you're not going to be proficient at it. So it's going to take a long time. So I don't know.
Which is the way everything goes, right? And
right.
So I think what I think is the shame is that
hi Craig,
students are down a path of probably being more in debt, going further away from starting their profession, when in reality when you're in college and you're going for this degree, there might be a scenario that some people can get this, but in our clinic, we talk about just hands-on bodies. The first time, I don't care if it's a seasoned athletic trainer, if they walked into my clinic, kind of learned what I do with my patients, the first time somebody lays down, they're going to be like, I don't know what to do with my hands. But as soon as you start actually putting your hands on bodies, and then the fourth time, and then the 50th time, and then the 60th time, you're like, fuck, I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore. But then the 70th time, you're like, oh, I'm getting it. And then the 240th time, you're like, yeah, whatever. I don't even know what my hands are doing anymore because I just move. That's not going to happen in school. That's going to happen in the real world. And that's what I kind of think, like, there is a sense of we need to definitely make proficient students that are graduating, but we need more and more and more hands clinical experience and feeling joints that are healthy versus non-healthy. And like, the more you can expose kids to that, you're never going to expose them enough to be ready to do it on their own 100% of the time. So just expose them as much as you can. But that doesn't have to take 7 years. That doesn't have to take 6 years, in my opinion. I think you're right. 5 years of kind of merging what we do now, like really high level education, but then merging it with like the old school, like 1980s, like internship programs where there wasn't even an athletic training major. And so you had to get a, random kinesiology major and do an internship to become an athletic trainer. I mean, that's a sweet spot.
Again, the NATA is turning over in its grave, listening to us and the BOC and all this. It was an interesting question to me in terms of preparedness. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if there were any other comments. I read the comments. Did I read them?
I don't know. Did you?
Okay. Libby Breaker said, "I felt like 6 years was enough for me, but I wish school showed us how to deal with coaches and staff in general, especially communication." Jason said 4, and Neil Thompson said it can be done in 4 as well.
Yeah. I do think the overwhelming consensus, and I could be wrong because maybe I'm just biased with my own opinion, but then also the people that are surrounding me, that moving to this like 5 to 6 year program to get your master's wasn't necessarily the right move. In the education setting to keep up with the Joneses, it is. And hopefully 15 years from now, 10, 15 years from now, what we're talking about is how great was it that everybody's coming out with a master's and now people are being paid more, right? And so forth. And the profession is more well known and it's more respected because there's higher level of education that, credentials behind your name.
And everybody's listening to our show, so they know what we do.
Exactly. And but I think there's an overwhelming amount of us certified athletic trainers that are like, most of what I do now, I learned after school. And maybe that's the other sweet spot is universities and colleges are going to start incorporating the idea that, hey, this is what ICE does, right? Or this is what it actually means to do an instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization with the tools from Smart Tools, right?
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, not solving the issues right here, but was an interesting topic of how long do you think it takes to become an athletic trainer? It's an endless process, but at the same time, I do think in 3 years, you could walk into a high school and be the athletic trainer.
Sure.
Maybe not a high
the
school
basics. Yeah, maybe you're not
3,000 kids and you got 500 athletes that you're always taking care of. But, I mean, I'll tell you what, my athletic trainer when I was in high school, there was nothing revolutionary about what he was doing. And it worked. It was fine. It was all basic stuff.
Do no harm.
Do no harm. But anything else?
No. Let's wrap the episode up. Yeah, knowledge is king.
Well, thanks for all the live listeners and all your comments. That was a lot of comments. I love it. We love the interaction. Go over to CandidAthleticTraining.com. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Every week we sit here and we try to figure out some more things that you want us to talk about, but that works even better if you're telling us what you want us to talk about. So CandidAthleticTraining.com, or you can head over to Candid_ATC on all the social media platforms and let us know from there. Post fun pictures. Let us know that you love us and we miss you too, Hannah-chan. Yeah. Thank you to Healthy Roster for being the official sponsor. You guys are awesome. All your EMR needs, go over to healthyroster.com. Thank you, Smart Tools. SmartToolsPlus.com, Candid10 is the 10% discount code. You will also, look for more CEUs from us and Smart Tools, as well as Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. The best rates you can possibly get if you are a member of the Candid Athletic Training Podcast. And coming up very soon here,
the
we'll
newest
have a
sponsor.
fun graphic for you as well. Maybe it'll be Scott's just wonderful mug on a picture.
Athletic Dry Needling.
AthleticDryNeedling.com. You are going to get $100 off a course. And then also we are going to do a 1 credit CEU with Mr. Scott Dixon.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Dixon.
40 and
Dixon.
40 and slip there. Holy cow. Good night, everybody.
Can't recover. See you later.